everyone, welcome to Bulla Masala. So today I'm doing my first DIM video on my channel. Is all the nail polish sitting in a pile in a drawer somewhere or in a plastic container? Do you want to get from this to that? If you do, then keep watching.
Alright, so this is the nail polish holder that I made. This is how it looks like from the front, from the side, from the back, and the other side. I actually made this holder only this size so it can fit like a perfect place near my dressing table. You can obviously go ahead and make it whatever size you prefer, and depends on how many nail polish that you have. I have actually made this nail polish holder completely from recycled material. Actually, my friend was throwing away his old cabinet, so I just borrowed it from him. The measurement of the back cover is actually the same measurement as the door. The back cover and the door needs to be of the same size and the same thickness, just to prevent it from falling over and have a good balance. But if you are not planning to put a door on your holder, you can actually buy some foam boards from any craft store and just staple them down, and I'm sure it will hold perfectly. Then after cutting the back cover, I go on to cutting the frame and the shelves. The length of the two frames will be the same size as the length of the door or the back cover. And the width of the frame is the same width as the shelves. I have also measured the thickness of the board, which is 2 centimeters. So that means that I will have to leave 2 centimeters on each side of the back cover just for the frame, and then that will determine the length of my shelf. The width of my shelf is also more important in terms of how many rows of nail polish I'm going to put on it. I usually see people have one row of nail polish on one shelf, but for me, I just want to make the most of the shelf space I have, so I'm putting 2 rows each. So the width comes about 10 centimeters, and also that's the same time I decide what the distance between the shelves are going to be. So you can hunt for the tallest nail polish that you have and measure that nail polish, and then have like 2 centimeters space between the nail polish and the other shelf, just so it doesn't look too crammed in. So once you have cut everything, you can go ahead and put it together. I've actually used screws to hold my frames and the back cover. These are not the perfect screws that I could find, but I just didn't want to run to the hardware store, so I just grabbed whatever I had. And the shelves, I have used nails. I've actually used the bullet head nails. These are actually perfect for the shelves and the size that I'm doing, because it actually holds it perfectly. This is how it looks like. It has a round top. I've used 4 nails on each shelf on each side, so I think it should hold fine. But if you can't find it, or if it's too expensive, just go ahead and use whatever you want. You can even screw it down, totally up to you. So once you have put your frames, your shelf, you can go ahead and put the hinge on. After screwing the hinge on, you can go ahead and put putty on. So once you put the putty on, you have to let it dry completely. I think leave it for a day, and then the next day just lightly sand it. You can sand it with a sandpaper, or if you have a sanding machine. After sanding, you have to wipe everything down, because now we're going to put the paint on and we don't want any dust on it. And this you can see here, I've put washi tape because I couldn't find the paint at the time I was doing this project. So I just carried some paint from my mom, and she actually gave me some white paint, so I put the paint on later, but I put the washi tape on first. You can get this from any craft store. And then once the paint is on, putty is all done, Everything is done. Washi tape is on. Then we go ahead and put the hinges on. I love these hinges. They just click in place and you just forget about it. You don't even have to put like fancy hinges on. You can just go ahead and get any like cabinet hinges. It just works perfectly fine. So now the door is on and this is how it looks like. Also, the door handle came with the cabinet and the hinge as well. So you definitely want to find something that has hinge and door handle so you don't have to actually run to the hardware store for all these little pieces. They will save you time and money. I have also nailed 2 large picture hangers on the back just to hang it on the wall and have it more secured. So I went ahead and searched on Pinterest any saying that was related to nail polish. So I got hold of this. I've used poster paint just from normal craft stores. It works fine. And I think I've done 2-3 coats just to really get the color, pop of color. And I think you guys can do a much better freehand writing than what I have done over here. But that's what I'm going with. And forgive me if my explanation wasn't on point. This is my first ever DIM video and I'm still working on it. And there you go. That's my first ever DIY/DIM for you all.
Yo! So I really hope you love the DIM. I would love to see photos of you doing it, or if you have done something like that, just share it with me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I think we can go about by #BulaMasalaDIMs. And not forgetting, all the stuff that I have used in this project will be listed down below in the description box. Don't forget to thumb this video up if you really liked it. And well, while you're there, why not subscribe? Bye!